This year's Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Tonight on NBC, the power of new comedy is nothing short of amazing.
Are you going to quiet that baby, or do I have to?
Babies will stop crying.
It's a miracle.
And enemies will become friends.
I think enemy's a strong word, because I think we have a really charming back and forth.
Please stay with Cece.
Cue the music.
Insert it in my mouth. Beer me, Jim.
We're together all night with new Community, 30 Rock, The Office, and Outsourced.
Let the show begin.
New comedy tonight on NBC.
Remember when the Rockettes dressed up like soldiers?
I sure do, honey.
Sweet dreams.
Great seats are still available for the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, starring the world-famous Rockettes.
Wow.
Buy now and give them the gift they'll remember forever.
Wow.
The Radio City Christmas Spectacular, presented by Capital One Bank, now through December 30th. Get tickets at RadioCityChristmas.com or call Ticketmaster today.
It says, I will not compromise. I will not back down. I will not give up. I will never sacrifice joy in the name of practicality. The wicked fun, while it's smart. Mazda 3.
Sign and drive off in a Mazda 3 for just $209 a month with zero due at lease signing.
This morning on Leonard's Look, this year's Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. It arrives tomorrow right here on Today. And our Mike Leonard has the story of the family who nurtured it and now see their tree as a thank you gift to the people of New York.
It all revolves around a simple truth, easily understood, but often difficult to live by.
We're only here for a short time, Mike. Let's make the best of it.
In Mahopac, New York, amid the floating, swirling, tumbling reminders of life moving on, of seasons changing, of days, weeks, and months speeding by, there is a yard where a massive tree once stood. A yard dedicated to the kind of simple, unstructured outdoor fun that seems to have all but vanished from the American landscape. A dozen years have passed since Peter and Stephanie Acton moved into this small house in a rural section of New York State, 40 miles north of Peter's place of work in the city. As their children Seamus and Fiona grew, so did that huge Norway spruce, its giant branches inching closer and closer to the walls and windows of their home.
And I said to Peter, we need to do something about that. The tree's coming in the house. He said, yeah, you're probably right. We should do something about that. So I just think that that's kind of funny. And then a year later, there's a knock on the door.
It was a search party from Rockefeller Center, doing what they do every year, scouring the Northeast for a natural wonder worthy of lighting up the season. A tree that size is usually near the end of its life, which could prove problematic for those living in its shadow. So for the offer of replacement landscaping and the promise that their giant tree will eventually be recycled into Habitat for Humanity lumber, the Actons agreed to let it go, but not without some misgivings.
I don't want it to go and I want it to go, sort of.
All those years standing tall, yet never attracting more than a passing glance. All that time serving as the quiet backstage presence, and then suddenly the bright light of fame pokes through a break in the curtains. A somewhat unsettling degree of attention that this normal American family has already come to know. Peter Acton is a fireman based in the Bronx. This vital and often dangerous work has always been appreciated, but somewhat overlooked, until the tragedy of September 11th thrust every New York City firefighter into the powerful glare of a global spotlight.
You know, well-renowned because of 9/11 and everything like that. I liked it beforehand, you know. Yeah. We're just a fire department putting out fires, and that's what we did, you know.
We just want to do our job. That's the main thing, is, you know, protect life, protect property.
And now, from his property comes a gift, honoring those he works with and those he works for.
You know, I lost a lot of friends down there, and to give something back, because the city the people of the city are amazing, and it's when we would go down to the World Trade Center to go search for remains and for people, there were people, just regular people, that would stay on an island on the West Side Highway and they'd be cheering for you. They'd hold signs, and you'd see them 4 o'clock in the morning. And you know, they just made it so much better. And I don't even know if they knew how much better they were making it, but they had to do something. And to me, that's the spirit of people. And this tree, maybe it's a thank you a little bit too to those people that stayed out there on the island and wished us well.
For today, Mike Leonard, NBC News, Mahopac, New York.
I remember seeing those people on the island. Beautiful story.
It's so great that he said that.
Again, the tree